Blessed be the name of the Lord. Thanks for joining me again. We're talking about this prostitute, this woman, Babylon the Great. So we're reading for chapter 17, verse number 5. On her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and earth's abominations. I saw the woman, she was drunk with the blood of the saints, the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. When I saw her, I marveled greatly, maybe because of all the glory, how rich she was, how powerful she was, how influential she was, or how wicked she was. And John was just taken aback. He was just amazed at this woman. So a few things we know about this woman, this prostitute is, number one, she's riding the beast, which we're going to see is the Antichrist. Two, she has worldwide influence. There's a lot of sexual immorality going on that she seems to be promoting, and she's well decked. She's really rich, really, really rich. And it goes on. The angel said to me, "Why do you marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns that carries her." Maybe he was marveling because he didn't understand what's going on. What does this represent? What does it really mean? This image that I'm seeing, this woman that I'm seeing. The beast, he says, so he's talking about the beast. The beast that you saw was and is not and is about to rise from the bottomless pit and go to destruction. So the beast here seems to be the Antichrist. He was and is not. And he's about to rise from the bottomless pit to go to destruction. The dwellers on the earth whose names have not been written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, like people in the world who are not believers in Christ, their names are now written in the Lamb's book of life from the foundation of the world, will marvel to see the beast. They are going to be amazed at the beast, because it was not and is not and is to come. Remember, we're talking about the Antichrist. He's going to seem to suffer this mortal wound, and then he's going to come back to life from it. It was, is not, and is to come. He said this calls for a mind with wisdom. The 7 heads, now he identifies to us what the heads are and what the horns are. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. So it could be the 7 mountains around Rome. I don't know. It says there are 7 mountains on which the woman is seated. This woman representing the city. All right. And but there's a double reference here, a double meaning. These 7 heads are also 7 kings. 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. So these are not just men who are kings. This actually represents empires. So if you look at the empires throughout history, so who are these 7 empires? So if we go back into history and we check, we're going to see, what I mentioned in the Bible, we've got the Egyptians, the Egyptian empire that was ruling over Israel. We've got the Assyrians, who were overthrown by the Babylonians, who were overthrown by the Medo-Persians, who were overthrown by Greece, and then overthrown by the Roman Empire. And Roman Empire today is no more, but in the end times we will see a revived Roman Empire through which the Antichrist emerges. So he says these are the 7 kings, 5 of whom have fallen. One is, that is the Roman Empire then, and the other has not yet come. But when he does come, he must remain only a little while. As for the beast that was and is not, it is an 8, but it belongs to the 7, belongs to the 7th empire, and it goes to destruction. I'm just going to leave maybe the next few verses for next week, and we'll continue to talk. So we know who the woman is, we know who the beast represents, and we're looking at these empires, these different empires throughout the ages of the world. All right, so some bit of interesting history there. So we have to look many times into the book of Daniel, Ezekiel, understanding Old Testament history. We can put these things into perspective, okay? All right, God bless. I'll see you again next week.